The great Thunda.
Cool,
What going, sir?
there, loud and proud, you know.
Loud and proud. You say, hold on. You can't hear me clear?
Yeah, man, I can hear you good, man.
Listen, it's a blessing and it's an honor, and I appreciate you, and I thank you for coming on the Wizology show. You know,
Yo,
especially last minute, and you know.
You know me, I'm never too big or never too small to go on any platform. You know what I mean? When I proud, I will love this. And anything to uplift the culture.
Right? I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. Listen, you know, earlier on, I was telling them that you're a man. I think that what I've seen, I was introduced to you about 2 years ago, I think, for the first time I met you. Had just come into the city, and your sound was just, you know, we're just getting used to it. You know, it was Polyphamous that introduced me to you, and I met you outside. But seemed like, you know, I didn't know the sound. I didn't know the sound name that well. But over the course of time, believe you me, I notice, I respect the sound name now. I respect it. It's a sound that I think it's misunderstood. And where I want to start with this is that, are we saying that this is a young sound? Are we saying that wrong? Are we taking it too far when we say that? Okay. I bet he's gone for the trophies.
No.
Okay.
We got time for that. We got time for
okay, we got time for that. Okay,
I actually was listening a little juggling because I like to re-listen things. So I was listening, so I just turned it off, you know?
Okay, all right. So are we, when we say young sound, are we wrong to say this?
All right, you see the thing? It's like, the way how I see it, I don't mind being classed as young, as old. It don't matter, because it's all what you can do. You can be, look, as people would class royalty, young sound, but still doing a lot and more than a lot of so-called big sounds or old sounds. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of new sounds that's putting in more work than old sounds. So it don't really matter what people want to class the sound as new or old, because me personally, I always say new sound, because at the end of the day, my talent didn't start with royalty sound. My music history did not start with royalty sound. So I have to say new sound, because I'm born into music. I'm born into sound system.
And I think
I never ever in my life had to play a stranger sound. Always blood, uncle, family, my father. You understand? Like,
hold on now, wait now. Let's start there. Let's start to find out who Thunda is. People know you as a bad MC. People know you as the man who have the girl them who are wiping face in a clash. As the you've been on the internet clash. You've actually performed at Tanaya Yard clash. I don't know you've lost. I haven't heard of you.
We haven't lost under any IG war that we participate.
Right. So let's start, and we'll work our way there. Let's start to see who is Thunda and how did you start in this business? Where did you start from?
All right, let me tell you. My history is from Galchial, which is Montreal, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. That's my city. From Jamaica to Montreal, right?
Yeah.
When I say King Levi song, that's
big song.
That's my uncle and my father. That's my uncle and my father's song. That originated from Jamaica.
Yeah.
Father Levi and my father is brother-in-law. My auntie married to Father Levi. So that was, all right. And that is my father's side. On my mother's side, here's the next name you're going to know. Pinch Patrick. Right?
Wow.
That's my uncle, married to my auntie. 4 kids. Rest in peace, King Pinch Patrick. Okay. You see what I say? Let's go there. As a youth, in a in a in a in a Canada, in a Montreal, I used to run around in man like Jaman. You understand?
Yeah.
In a them
Yeah.
man they yard and sound. You overs?
Yes, I
Okay.
overs.
So Montreal knows my history, but I'm gonna spread it to the world because a lot thinks it's just a hype thing. That's why I beat them bad, because they get tricked when they trick themselves when they feel say is a hype thing. You know what I mean? All right. Because all right, so let me tell you now. So as what me I say, Prince Patrick, my uncle and everything. So as a
Yeah.
youth thing. So I always in anything, in any thing to do with music, you see, in a Montreal, I'm from Little Burgundy. You know Little
Okay.
Burgundy. You know the reputation Little Burgundy have at the ghetto that.
I do.
Zane,
Okay.
that are the
Yeah.
all right. That is the place, right? And anything that they had in the community, whether it was breakdancing, whether it was DJing, whether I just always had it, always mash up the place, always delivered. People know me like that. No matter what I do in life, music was always a part of me. I was in the park thugging it and just a DJ, me a bounty killer, you a beanie man. Even
Okay.
that, like that, me and the thugs in the park, we do it. And I'm the
Yeah.
only one that really like, yo, this music, like, you understand? That's why today,
Yeah.
everybody who knows me is really happy that this is what you're buzz. So,
Oh yeah, I overs. I overs. Yeah.
so from that, from some mashing up stage shows, community shows, like that, Youth in Motion, everything that Youth in Motion used to keep. If you know Montreal, you know Youth in Motion. They do everything for the
Yeah.
ghetto youth them. Every stage
Yeah.
show, and me used to mash it up. Me, there was like we had our clique downtown Burgundy, and then we used to clash against LaSalle man them. Zine,
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Zine.
Okay.
This was
Yeah.
lyrics at the time. This not song clash. This is lyrics.
So you weren't even a selector then. You were just DJing those times.
Those times I was DJing. Remember, I'm a youth. I'm around sound.
Yeah.
Them time there.
Okay.
Them time there. I couldn't really go into certain dance. I used to have to smuggle myself into dances. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
I wasn't around. Them time there, Goldfinger was the selector for King Levi song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so
Okay.
but I'm showing you say the music, the whole music thing. So I
Was in your blood.
I
Was
used to
in your
go
blood.
around the sound. You understand? Always from in the
Of
yard and
course.
everything. All right.
No problem. No. So let's go, Thunda, to the selecting part of your career now.
Now, after that, you see, after the whole thing, all right, I reached to an age where, because during my life wasn't an easy life. You understand?
Right.
Anybody that knows
Yeah.
me, that knows that my life, I was in the streets with you understand? So I wasn't really.
You do things outside of sound business. We
that's
know.
why the sound. That's why I couldn't be stable on the sound. But when I was, you understand? So when I was,
yeah, when you had the
when
road,
I reached the age, I took up my family legacy, which is the song,
okay.
King Levi song, right?
Okay.
Now, when a lot of people are saying, "Oh, he hasn't put in work in the six and all those things." Now, let me give you some history. That's why I can post flyers with me on it from 1990 here, 1991 here with King Turbo and Judgment, the original Japanese killer, Judgment Sound and everything. You know why? Because every time we used to be out here regular, but the dances that we used to play at was everything for Kings of Kings with Eiley Dread. If you look at all of Kings of Kings flyers, right?
Yeah. Yes.
You would see King Levi on it and my picture on it. You understand? But in those days, I wasn't thinking about saving because there was I wasn't thinking of saving no pictures and things like that. It's what I have is what I see, where I would pop up and I see people have it on their wall and things like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, so a lot of them, and you know, Iley Dread the shows them. So a lot of the sounds them that used to voice. Remember, say a lot of the artists them we used to bring them to the city. Iley Dreads. You see? I used to be in the. I used to be chilling with Sizzler as a youth when him have show ya so. When him all, you remember all the first show that he had, it was him, Luciana, and he was in the trailer truck the whole night.
Yeah.
I was in that trailer truck as a youth.
Okay.
And if anybody was backstage, you'll know, say, yo, when we were backstage, there was all kind of food and Luciana and everything, a prayer and all these things. So you understand? I've been going to places. Zone 1, all of those places. The place that used to be behind the hotel. Wait, call upon Dixie Road, behind that hotel.
Jade nightclub. Jade nightclub.
Those places. I used to, from being an out-of-towner.
So you did your time in the 6.
Yeah.
You're saying you've done your time in the 6.
In Montreal, everybody know I was active. And everybody know when it comes to Sound Clash and Warren, that is me. I love it from the start, because that's all. Yo, Chupa used to come. You remember Skyhawk Sound? Every year they used to keep their
from Calgary.
Yeah, no, from Montreal, Skyhawk.
Oh, Montreal. Okay.
Skyhawk,
okay.
Right?
Okay.
Every year they used to keep their anniversary, and they used to bring Sound Trooper. Zine? And I was the one who used to always run out and go on. War. Rest in peace. Rambo was the next one like that. Rest in peace, Rambo. He was the next one like that. He was one of the owners for Skyhawk Sound. You understand?
Okay.
If he was around right now, it wouldn't be just Little Thunder Warren from Montreal. Definitely Skyhawk would be Warren too. Because that we used to and then we used to like clash in basements and stuff, clash each other with King Levi versus Skyhawk, like scrimmage, you know? Scrimmage.
So wait now. So when you guys clash, it wasn't set up on a flyer like, oh, King Levi versus. It was just whatever sound string up or whatever, you just go at it.
We had wars where there was King Levi, where there was flyers. And me being on, since I've been on King Levi sound, like from I pick it up, the sound, we kill mostly everything. Anything that shoved out, any war that we were in, we won. Right?
Okay. So this is a history. Clash is you. You love the clash.
That's why when a lot of people talk in Toronto and say, oh, Thunder this, everybody in Montreal say, yo, you guys don't know who Thunder is. You guys don't know the passion this guy has for music. You guys think he just picking up music? Well, no, stay there. You understand?
Okay.
Because I used to war anywhere. In those times, it was anywhere, anytime. Whether, we used to have like the tape recorders and just even war with tape recorders like that. With King Levi verse, just like that, because we used to record things, and you know what I mean? Yeah,
I understand. I understand exactly.
And when I say active, I'm talking about juggling, promoting, because my older cousin was running the sound. He picked up, he was like the boss. Father Levi is a legend. Then my cousin Footarangs. You know Footarangs. He was keeping like all of the big dances too in. If it wasn't Little Thunder them, it was Footarang Bellimos promotion. Right? And a lot of artists, just like Foota Hyde, Fire Links. It was Foota that we bring them on their first, George Nooks and all them, those shows. So it wasn't only Kings of Kings showing, Iley keeping shows. We were keeping shows too, but at the same time, I knew my composure. I was just the wild one on the sound. I was just the killer. You understand? And the
sound killer. Sound killer.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Sound killer. Yeah, man. Sound killer. Right?
Yeah.
So, and my older cousin, he was the new investor for the family legacy sound. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Right.
Boom. But at the end of the day, remember, say, I'm going to roads of life. Right?
Situation.
Time, and anything I say here, I could talk it, because I already did my time. I already did everything, and my life has changed. That's why I build royalty, and we're gonna get to that, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
You see now, there was times I'm like, I was one of those young cats that was in and out jail too, right? I was going in and out jail. So it was like I would be on the sound juggling, playing, killing sounds, and then, you know, circumstances, I end up in jail a year, okay, I'm out, back on the thing. You understand? And at the same time, it was like, and I ain't afraid to talk. Like I was in the streets gang banging, so it didn't really go with the sound thing. So at the same time, it's like,
yeah, you can't throw badness and be selective.
no,
It does not go.
Exactly. But at the same time, I was doing it, and it didn't go. So it's like I kind of ease back, because like my even my family was like, yo, you're kind of hot, you know, like it's you know what I mean, like you gotta kind of ease up, you know what I mean, like, you know, because it was to a point where I'm around the sound, and it's like I'm a target, and
yeah, you're bringing too much heat.
yeah,
you're bringing too much heat to
it's
the
not
sound.
even
I get it,
because Montreal itself is heat
yeah,
like that.
Devil is a
That's
liar.
why it's called that. Montreal itself is heat like that. You understand? It wasn't even about bringing heat. It was about, if you in the streets, you understand? It's called at them time there. That's how in those times, that's how the city got Gunchial. Yeah, you of us. It's not like a big city where so it was on anywhere. You could book anybody anytime. You could have a friend, enemy anytime. It's like that.
I played some dances there. I seen some things, brother.
So at the same time, I wasn't letting nobody stop me from playing music, but at the same time, it was like I was young and dumb too, because I was doing some wild shit, and that's what caused me to be going in, out, in, out. But now,
so Thunda, everybody makes mistakes when they're young. Everybody makes mistakes. We understand that.
And wiser, right? So now, let me tell you now. That's because my history. I'm coming out with a document. I'm coming out with a documentary and a book. So I'm not gonna give it all right here.
No problem.
I'm not gonna give it all right here. It's too long.
Let's
all right. So
fast
now,
forward to royalty then.
Let's go to this now. Now, all right. I moved to the 6, right?
Okay.
Like I kind of ease up off the sound for years. You understand? I got in a thing. I went and did a long stretch. All right. I said, yo, you know what? Fuck this life.
Move to the 6.
No,
change.
Fuck this life. I'm changing, because it's just a repeat thing. And at the end of the day, I got kids, and I gotta make sure I can't just think about me. You understand? It's not only about money and giving them and think. I gotta be. You understand? So I'm like, yo, I gotta be on earth here for them. You understand? I can give them the world, but there ain't nothing like me being on the earth here to be able to give them, and they see. Say, yo, you understand? So me say, yo, you know what? Change. Zin. Change. I'm going to say, all right. So I'm forward to the 6 now, and then, you know, change it. You know? And then now, 2018, I moved out here. Right?
Yes.
And then I was like partying, you know, checking out the scene and everything, partying and everything. And I spend crazy money out dance and then something there and thing. And I'm like, yo, you know what? Like music, like I'm like, all the time I'm like, fuck, I'm just partying and every time I hear a selector, I'm like, fuck, I want to be like, you know, if you love music, it's like you want to just go up there and just, yo, So one time in yard, you know, and I'm you know, I'm on the ends and everything, and it was Javinci, right? This is I just skipped from there to 2012, right? When the sound built, right?
Yeah.
Javinci, In My Life, right? That was the big song he had. In my life, I feel Jabba. 2012, right?
Yeah.
So we're there, and I said, yo, you know what? Yo, I stop waste money on blood clot fuck. You know what? This is what I want to do. I'm gonna build my sound. Cause I always had this from in jail. This was always the code. Loyalty is royalty. You see, it's tatted up. You understand? Loyalty is royalty. So I'm like, yo, that was always the code, man, with the whole loyalty is royalty. So royalty sound. And I voiced my first 2 songs then, 2012. Right?
2012. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Look, and it was actually for this dance. Hold on. Right? I said, yo, I'm going to keep this dance. Right?
Yes, okay.
I'm going to keep this dance. This was my first dance. See, I didn't even have, I was actually like a feature kind of, you know, I didn't have a logo, nothing. You see?
Right. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And
yes,
this youth, Rhythm Up, right? He was my first selector. Right?
Okay.
It was
that dance was where? Where was that dance?
This was in Niagara Falls. See there?
Okay, so you kept the dance in Niagara Falls.
You know that club, Copacabana, in Niagara Falls?
Yeah, I think it's closed down now.
Yeah, it closed down now. Right?
Right, okay.
Because I didn't want to, like, I'm the type of person, I don't like to beg people nothing or ask for nothing. So I know, say, yo, from I'm following on the scene, I gotta keep my own thing. So this was my first. So I linked them dancer you there and everything, and me put my thing together and me say, yo, all right, I go make it the first presentation for the song, right? It wasn't about like really dub plate or anything like that, you know, because I just voiced only like 3-4 songs, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But the passion that I have for it, I never stopped voicing from I started voicing. You understand? Till the point where it was a hard changeover from knowing dub plate wax on dots to this whole MP3 wave and all that. Those you know what I mean?
Change to the time. You have to change to the time.
So I even got some fake songs in the beginning. You know what I mean? Where
we all been through it.
You know what I mean? And I just got rid of them. But anyways, so I built, you know what I mean? And then in the 6 now, I'm like, me, I always want to war. From I have dub plate now, I'm like, yo, I want to war. This is like, I have like probably like 30 songs. So I'm like, yo, you know what?
You just whatever.
Any sound from there. Outside catching or what, I'm just gonna start practicing with like on them, because I know in the 6 it's real. You understand? So I start taking like with Cat Attack. You understand? I was clashing Cat Attack when I had like 30 dubs, 40 dubs, and still I give him some kick, even though him didn't win that clash there. You see me? Yeah, that war there.
Yeah.
So it was like, so from there, I was like building, you know, and I was keeping my events too in Canada and in Yard, right?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So I kind of asked out here, like the so-called big sound them and whoever, like I didn't class nobody as big or small, because I see what's going on. So they didn't give me no option to say, yeah, you're a big sound, because I didn't come in this. I have legacy too. So I didn't come in this to live off of my legacy from back then. I come in this to be my own competition again. That's why I say I'm going to build my sound, because I can pick up my family sound. It's there with so much dub plates with my name in it, same way. But I said, yo, you know what? I want to challenge myself musically. I don't want to sound the same. What it's like to start from beginning with no song and create, that's hard to do. And at the same time, step out. That's why I always, from as I said, from I got my first 30 dubs, I was warring, because I wanted to get Thump, to fling back Thump, to build the sound, build myself. I wasn't want to sit back and just cut songs, because I'm from that era where scrimmage go on like crazy too. And then you build,
So
and
it's just what you're used to.
you know
It's
what I
all
mean?
you're used to is just war.
Yeah,
Straight when you want the dub split, you clash.
yeah. So we were, so I was wiring the lyrical song of my, you know, I was just doing what I had to
Yeah.
do, right? And then in yard, I was keeping like my events, like my birthday, big roadblock,
Okay.
right? Big roadblock,
Okay.
Bounty Killer, stage show, all kind of artists.
And this is royalty sound. Royalty sound
Yeah,
we're now using.
royalty sound,
Royalty sound. Okay.
right?
Okay.
Royalty sound,
Yeah.
right? I keep my
Yeah.
earth strong, right? Out at
So you've been
easy.
doing this for a minute now. So
That's what I'm trying to say. From royalty, touch the scene, been doing it, right? Big
okay.
up, big up Ranger, and big up what him name again? Frig, what him name?
I have no idea.
No, me I try him to keep the dance with Ranger. And that was one of the first wars in the six.
Was it
Royalty.
Randy or Scully? Randy or Scully?
No, it wasn't none of them. Zin,
Okay.
it was the one where have
Yeah.
him ear all red, where him name again? Total Eclipse. Where him name
Oh,
was
Mega.
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 Yeah,
Okay.
Mega.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Mega.
was actually
Okay.
Mega's dance with Ranger. You know what I mean? That was the
Okay. Okay.
first
Okay.
war in the six. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Here,
Right.
right?
So
But I
so
kept,
you've been worrying.
yeah. But I listen. I kept my dances in a thing. But my second selector was Andrew Ouch. Right? You see my
Oh,
dance.
Jamrock.
You see my birthday dance. What I'm telling you, I kept in a yard. It was the
Yeah.
talk of the town, right? Because it was like
Okay.
big. And
Okay.
I seen Andrew Ouch that used to play Jamrock song, right?
Okay.
He used to play Jamrock song, right?
Yes.
I
Yes.
was coming
Yes.
out of a dance with my brethren them and everything, and I see Andrew Ouch and Stinger Blinger, right? They're outside, and I'm talking with people, and my dance is being promoted, and people are talking about. So they're like, "Yo, are the big thing this?" So I'm like, "Yo, wanna deal with?" They're like, "Yo, you can't put me on this, you know?" And I'm like, "Yo, you know
Yeah.
what? You know, me not go style, you know, like I'm just real like that because I enter in this. It's not that serious. I know what seriousness is about. Music is not to like style nobody off of music, you know. So I see them out there
Okay.
like hungry for it. They said, "Yo, they build a little sound named Flex Squad," right? So I said, "Yo, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put you guys on my flyers." And they're like, "I know you're not going to do that because your flyer is already out. The dance is just around the corner and there's so much people." And you know, I actually put them on the flyer and they were like, "Wow, shit." You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like, this is real.
Yeah.
And this is
Yeah.
royalty. You know what I mean? Zin.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they were like, wow. They couldn't believe it that they were going to go on a big dance like that and everything. So anyways, they end up at the dance and everything. Yo, Ray. Police end up lock it off because, you know, out of East Rockford, you know, Ray.
Yeah.
Okay, but it was roadblock. It went on for a little while. You know what I mean? After that, now, so I kept keeping little events around Jamaica and in the six. So Andrew Ouch them know, because I believe in anybody that you work with, you should be able to work with, continue working with them for a long period of time. You don't just work with people just to try to get a strength off of people right there, right then. You know what I mean? So
Right.
long
Yeah.
story short, it end up that they end up on my song, royalty.
Okay. Okay.
Right? They end up on my
Okay.
song. And
Right.
I gave them all responses because I'm not a type of person where, okay, and I got to learn this. Say it was kind of my mistake, but a lot of my mistakes always uplift me. You know what I mean? Always, because I always learn
So
from my
you
mistakes.
never micromanaged them. You weren't micromanaging
No,
them. You just you
no,
let them.
yeah, because I'm the type. I'm not like I will see an artist right there, and I don't need to go and take a picture with him. I don't need to go and talk to him. You know, I'll big up. You understand? I'll say, yo, you get the link, because you're like, go deal with. You understand? You get the link
Yeah.
because you're out here. You get the number. I don't need the number. I just want to give me the number, and I said, yo, just give me Selector the number. You know what I mean? Because he's out here.
So what happened? Why it didn't work out? What happened? Why it didn't work out?
Let me tell you, okay, and this is no bullshit. Every selector that been around, remember, this is a young sound, so for people, for top selectors to acknowledge the sound, that means the sound is doing something. Nobody's gonna jump on no top selector is gonna jump on an idiot sound. Okay. But within 8 years, a lot of top name selectors that were parked end up on royalty sound because of my good heart and nothing about hype. So there was never no need for us. I never gave a selector a reason to leave this sound. They just came with their own intention and their own plans, with their own scheme. Because when you're kind, you know the definition of kindness is weakness. People take it for weakness. All right.
Understood.
In this music, I seen too much in my life to have people around me in a music to try to take. What is there to be serious with them about? What is there to bat? If I open my doors to you, if I give you all, I never hold back a song from and say, yo, you take half of the dub box and I'm holding back this or that. No, never with none of my, and that's the thing. I was too open. Yo, your opinion is as good as my opinion. Teamwork make the dream work. Like, yo, let's do this. Like, I never asked none of my, nobody spent no money. I never, and no selector ever stand up around my sound, whether I get paid or not, and did not get even $100 if that's what I had in my pocket to give them out of just courtesy. And if they stretch their hand and take it, that means they're supposed to take it with a clean heart. They're never supposed to say, oh, it was that or that. You understand? For example, I brought Andrew Ouch here to Canada twice. First time, it wasn't for no bookings or nothing. It was you're a part of the team. Fly forward here. All of my selectors, I did that was out of town. I flew them into the 6 here just so we could. It's not no long distance thing. Like you know much times, but you see when they see that and they see realness, it's like when you realize, say, yo, hold on, man, I'm being too nice here, and then they realize that you realize, all of a sudden you're the bad person. But when you were giving them everything and doing everything and being open, it was all fun and joy. It was all yaddy daddy daddy.
So let me ask you a question. Do you feel selectors that passed through the sound took you for granted?
Bro, if any selector was, remember, we're not talking a 20-year-old sound, a 30-year-old sound. You see like how Red struck on Super Fresh, he could just say, I want to go on Super Fresh, so he could go on a live and ball out and say, we have all of these songs, we have all of these songs, and we have all of these songs, and can't press play on none of those songs. This is not this is an 8-year-old sound. So if somebody comes around the sound, right? This sound has and I make sure tell every selector, this sound has everything to gain, nothing to lose. I am building a sound while you join this sound. I don't want no money, no nothing. All I want is loyalty. But when you show respect, okay? Because when people could come to my house and sit down, you understand? and not realize and not know where I'm coming from and see my lifestyle and feel say it's just a blood clot, easy pick up blood clot thing this. Zin? And they could come here and sit here and my girls make breakfast and lunch and all these things and star treatment and red carpet and everything and like respect, like brothers to brothers. Yo, like I can't hold out. That's why from a selector join my song today and my voice a song today, him name another song today. Because I cannot break myself to be this, like if that means I'm putting up a wall already, you know, like I'm giving myself that gate to just, I'm expecting, like, you know, I'm expecting negative. And I never expect that, because when they come with a story what they're used to using, because they've been on so many sounds.
Let me ask you a question. Because we're going to get into certain things that are current at that happening, because your name is buzzing, not only because of the clash expertise that you have, not only because you see it from way back when. You know what I mean?
Yes, because each one of these has a story too. All right.
Yes.
And that's
right.
So your name had to buzz to accomplish.
Right.
See?
And that's what we're going to get into.
We're going to talk about wars too that I put on. See? King Klepto in the 6th. Young Ark War. See that? This I in a month here. Me have. You see?
Yeah. You have it. Like, so what I want to know is, and we're going to start over the live because it's going to finish. What I want to know is, do you feel that people do not respect royalty sound or even misjudge this sound?
No, you know what? People in life, you're supposed to know this. There's going to be people that respect you, and there's going to be people that don't respect you. There's going to be people that know you, and there's going to be people that don't know you. Remember, we're living in a social media world, you know.
Yeah.
Most people that, all right, a lot of people would meet people off of the social media, like get to know like this, and then meet them in real life and be like, holy fuck, this person is like, I wish I didn't know this person. But most people that know